It's really good to see you, Donny.
First solo tour in 10 years over here.
First in 10 years.
I
We're
can
still
hardly
going
believe-
after 50, and you look great.
Well, 53, but who's counting?
Oh, you are, clearly, but
May I just say, Tony Blackburn, I'm glad he's back.
you're pleased about that.
I love Tony. I've known Tony for so many years.
Yeah. You must.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, well, let's go back to all those years because, I mean, what a career, 50 years. You don't look old enough. I think a lot of people think
Well,
that.
thank you. I appreciate that.
You look after yourself, clearly.
I work hard.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym. I dance a lot on stage. After winning Dancing with the Stars, people expect me to dance. So in this tour, I've got the dancers from Vegas. I do a lot of dancing myself. It's going to be a fun 2-hour party. In fact, I just have to interject one thought about it.
Go for it.
One thing I'm going to do in the tour, it's kind of a risky thing to do, but there's going to be like 15 minutes of improv. Right. The audience takes...
Comedy?
No. The audience takes over. Whatever they want to hear, we're going to do. My band is freaking out because they got to learn all this stuff that we may never do. But I'm ready for anything. It's going to be so much fun.
That's like an open invitation to carnage.
Well, you know, I kind of like it.
What are the fans going to do?
I love challenges. You know, I've done so many things in my career.
Yeah.
And I just like to just take it to the next level. What can we do that's different?
Because the way it all started was, I mean, you're a very close-knit Mormon family.
Correct.
And has that kept you sort of on the straight and narrow, if you like, through your whole life, having this very sort of firm, committed family around you?
I think it's been one very important factor.
Yeah.
I think there's two other factors. I've had great parents. They really walked the walk and talked the talk. And they taught some great principles in the home.
Yeah.
And the third factor, I married a wonderful woman who has really been by my side through thick and thin. And 4 factors. It takes a lot of personal effort.
And clearly close to your siblings as well, because that's kind of how you got into the performance.
Tito, LaToya, Jermaine, and they're all great siblings of mine.
The Jacksons.
I'm sorry.
In case you didn't pick up on
I don't
that.
have a serious bone in my body, Matt. I'm sorry.
But
I love what I do.
Yeah,
so
good.
Okay, keep going.
No. So and then you work with Marie, clearly. And that,
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
I watched that show when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
You know, we have a residency in Las Vegas. It started in 2008. We had a 6-week contract. And I thought, how are we going to fill seats for 6 weeks? And we just announced our 9th year.
So you're spending lots of time in Vegas?
Yeah, well, I live in Utah,
Yeah.
so I commute back and forth. But yes, the answer is yes, a lot of time.
And how does it feel to be back in the UK? Because you've got a lot of fans here.
Well, I got to tell you, I know this sounds like a cliche, but it feels like coming home. Because all I have to do is go back 3 generations, and this is where I come from.
Really? Where from?
Oxfordshire.
Right.
And Wales, in Merthyr. That's where a lot of my maternal...
Merthyr Tydfil?
Merthyr Tydfil. That's where my maternal ancestors come from.
Really?
But my paternal comes from Oxford.
An old mining town, Merthyr Tydfil.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So they went down the mines, your ancestors.
Yeah,
There were Osmonds down the mines in Merthyr singing.
Singing down in the mines.
No doubt about it.
They were all singing, and they called it...
The funny thing is, before, I mean, that Puppy Love was your breakthrough hit, of course, but before that, and I mentioned you coming on, a lot of my friends like Crazy Horses. What a great tune. And Crazy Horses...
That's what they were digging to.
Yeah, it was...
Crazy Horses.
But that was an environmental hit, wasn't it? It was all about the smoke that the coal is sending up in the
horses
atmosphere.
meant horsepower.
Yeah.
All of the pollutions, pollutants that we're putting in the air. That's what it was about. In fact, Ozzy Osbourne even told me that's one of his favorite rock and roll songs.
Yeah, it's wild, and certainly the
Well, actually, he
guitar
said,
lick as well.
this is one of my favorite rock and roll songs. That's what he said.
Listen, Donny, it would be rude having an upfront American like you here to not ask you. Well, you're the original Donald. Let's be honest, Donald Duck.
Are you bringing politics into this
I am bringing politics.
conversation?
What do you think of the other Donald Trump, and the presidential
You
race?
really want me to answer this? I
Yeah,
know
I
it's
do.
topical because the debates are going to be happening very, very soon.
And you're all over that. You're looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that debate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for.
No, you don't have
I'm
to.
not that kind of an entertainer, but I think I'm going to run for president.
You would be great.
My name's Donald, and I got better hair, so there you go.
And I think you look quite significantly younger than him as well. You've got the energy, whatever he says about these opposites.
It is unfortunate how ugly it's gotten.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
It's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Good luck with the tour.
Thank you.
It's lovely to see you back on these shores.
Thank you. It's good to be home.
Nice to see you. Thanks for
Thanks,
coming
Matt.
in. Donny Osmond, no less. That's it.